Well, good Tuesday evening, everyone. We're going to jump in here real quick. Let's go with the radar. Have a new tornado warning that has been issued for parts of the Huntsville Metro. This is a confirmed tornado. At least we were looking at a while ago. I'll go back and take a look, see if I can go back in time here. We were looking at our debris tracker. This is a live look at the reflectivity, and let's go to our debris tracker here. And I'm going to see if I can back this up just a few frames so you can kind of see what we're seeing here. Let's see. We're watching. Let's see if you can. I don't know if you can see it. There's my cursor here. Just watching this area right here, potentially for a brief spin up tornado. I'm going to go ahead and take the radar full screen here. Let's take this bug off. That's old information. This warning kind of just popped up on us. And they let it go. I'm going to make sure none of my stuff is turned off here. No, it has not. I don't see. I guess my data must not be working right here. But anyway, this is a tornado warning. And pull this information up here. This is a tornado warning for Madison County, and this goes until 7:45 p.m. A radar indicated tornado was just to the south of Huntsville. Around 7:20 will be around Gurley. Around 7:30. This is your possible area of rotation right here. And I am going to, real quick, I'm going to close out of this. And fire this back up. There we go. There it is. Let's go back in here. So we had a possible debris signature. We have no confirmed reports of damage yet that I have seen, but we had a possible debris signature on radar about 10 minutes ago, and that's the reason for this warning. So here's your possible area rotation. It's moving across Highway 431 now. This is going to be north of Owens Crossroads. This is... let me get my tracking stuff up here. Let's do some, and I'll put on some street level mapping and kind of highlight some of these roads here. Yes, this is US 431. Here's your possible tornado. It's fixing to cross 431. It's actually probably crossing 431 right now. This is moving into the vicinity of Gurley and US 72. So let me back this out just a hair. This. Again, this is no other active warnings for the state at all right now. We got actually a severe thunderstorm watch well to the south of of this actual warning. So this is one of those times where we always tell you to expect the unexpected when it comes to severe thunderstorms. And the reason this is probably happening is as we get closer to dusk, the lower level jet and the wind shear kind of tends to ramp up, and so this happened to be at the right place at the right time. The storm happened to be at the right place at the right time to be able to intercept some of that shear. And we may have had a brief spin up earlier. Still no reports of damage that I've seen. And the rotation is not anywhere near as impressive as it was about 10-15 minutes ago as it crossed Highway 231. It's now fairly broadened out. This is moving across 431 now. This is going to let's go ahead and take a look at the reflectivity. Here's your hook, and here's your possible tornado right here. No reports of damage so far, and I really don't know if they'll extend this. This is, I really think it just hit the perfect pocket of combination of instability and wind shear as it rode up the mountain here. But this is an active tornado warning for Madison County. Again, it goes until 7:45. We're just going to sit here and watch this thing. I'm perusing my different sources for possible damage. Let's see. All right, let's go back and we'll do a little tracking here. Again, this thing is very broadened out from what it was. But when you see the rotation, then you get little signatures like this. These little inconspicuous correlation drops here. That's kind of suspicious. But again, it would have lined up with what the radar was showing about 20-25 minutes ago. This thing is now crossing US 431. in the vicinity of Old Highway 431, King Drake Road. I'm just going to. These may not be in the right direction, but this is still going to give you an idea of the different roads in the path of this thing. In the meantime, if you are in Gurley, you want to be in a safe place right now. This is the lowest floor of your home, near the center, away from windows, putting as many windows between you and the outside as possible. And there are some storage spotters with eyes on this thing. So if there's something happening, we would definitely know here. Again, we're on the air due to a tornado warning for Madison County until 7:45 p.m. this evening. About 7:15 or so, we had a little conspicuous radar signature pop up that showed up what we could have had a possible spin up tornado. We had a little bit of debris signature on radar, so that was the reason this storm was radar indicated. So we just keeping an eye on things. The rotation signature is not as good as it was, but let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the reflectivity. The storm itself is not organized that well at all. Nothing on the correlation, so debris tracker. So we'll take a look back at the velocity. Just kind of hang here. I really think what happened is we've hit that as the sun goes down. As the sun goes down, the shear tends to ramp up with the waning light, and so I think that's what's happening here is that lower level jet has kicked in and that shear is ramped up, and this thing just kind of hit a brief period of we'll call this the trifecta. It had the perfect instability and perfect instability and perfect shear as it crossed over US 430 or near US 431 north of Owens Crossroads. Just looking at Circulation definitely doesn't look as good as it did, but there are storm spotters on it that say that they see a lowering in the lower base of this thing. So, and those storm spotters are in the vicinity of King Drake Road and Old Highway 431. So they're in prime position to look back into this thing. So let me take all these streets off. We have two areas of circulation. Circulation number 1, this is the one that prompted the tornado warning. And then with circulation number 2, which is just now crossing 431. Let's take a look at our debris tracker real quick. And don't see anything that indicates that there is anything on the ground at the moment. We'll go back to the velocity here. And both of these circulations are fairly broad. I don't see anything that screams imminent tornado to me. Again, circulation number 1 is up here, or excuse me, not circulation number 1 is down here near Little Cove Road. And then circulation number 2 is right up here just to the west or just to the east of US 431. Just gonna sit here with you and keep an eye on these things. Again, if you're in the community of Gurley, go ahead and activate your tornado safety plan. Lowest floor of your house near the center, away from windows. And you want to put as many many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you're in a mobile home, you need to get out of that mobile home and seek shelter in a substantial structure. Again, appreciate you joining with us tonight. It is 7:36 here on Alabama Storm Troopers, part of the Storm Trooper Network. We are covering a lone tornado warning. This is not indicating anything what's to come tonight. This is just a standalone tornado warning that has kind of popped up here in the Tennessee Valley, and in an area that really has been kind of raked over the coals the last week or so with severe weather. So we have two areas of circulation. You have one to the south. Let me see if I can get my telestrator on here and draw. Circulation number 1, circulation number 2. Keeping a rather close eye on both of those. Circulation number 1, which is the one to the south and east, is what prompted the tornado warning. We had what appeared to be a debris signature, tornado debris signature, popped up about 6:15, or excuse me, 7:15 or so. Little time tracked here. So about 7:15 or so, they had a debris signature pop up, and that's kind of what prompted the warning. So now we have two possible areas of rotation. The one to the north and west looks better to me than the original one does. The one to the north may be becoming the more dominant circulation. But just keep an eye on these things closely. No reports of damage or anything, but there are storm spotters in the area that have an eye on these things. And I think they were looking at the one to the north that produced a lowering. And for those that are just tuning in, let's go ahead and we'll kind of back out, reset the picture. Let me clear this telestration. see. All right, we'll clear this back out and kind of back up and let you see what's going on. I'm going to throw on a composite radar. And down to the south is really where we're concerned about severe weather tonight. And that's just, we got a line of strong to severe storms. Nothing over the severe limits right now. Basically, it stretches from Demopolis down to Linden, down to Thomasville, and back towards Mississippi state line. We had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings with that earlier, but right now everything is behaving itself and well below severe limits. So that's kind of where we expect the majority of the action to be tonight. No tornado threat really. As we're watching right now, expect the unexpected with severe thunderstorms. But there is no expected tornado threat with these cells, and anything that does pop up will be short-lived, as we've probably already seen this evening. Right now, we'll go back, and if you were listening to us in Coleman County, you're probably hearing a few rumbles of thunder, but nothing severe there. Same thing with in Morgan County. We do have some flash flood warnings in effect. I'll go ahead and turn those on. The city of Decatur, city of Huntsville, and the city of Madison are all included in those flash flood warnings. These storms are not moving very fast. But let's go ahead and kind of get focused in on the storm of interest right here. This is moving into the Gurley area. This is going to be moving to the continue to move to the east into Paint Rock Valley within the next 20-25 minutes. Okay, we're back to one dominant circulation. And I'll draw this on here. So here's your let's see, come on. Here's your circulation. You got the reds outbound, greens inbound. Again, nowhere near as organized as it was. We're just gonna, I think they're just gonna definitely not as impressive as it was. See. This picture was taken from Owens Crossroads, looking at that storm. So as you can see here, this is the lowerings that we're looking at. You got one little beaver tail, little wall cloud with a beaver tail there. This is by far the stronger one, more evident lowering. But obviously you can't tell from a still picture if it was rotating or not. But what they have, the National Weather Service has done is they have issued a severe thunderstorm warning. And decided to replace the tornado warning with that for Jackson County. And pull this back up. And we'll get the timing on that. And this severe thunderstorm warning is with the tornado possible tag goes until 8:30 p.m. tonight. All right. With that tornado warning has been expired. It expired at 7:45. So, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to just switch this over to reflectivity. Still want to keep an eye on this thing. I don't like the way that storm structure looks. All right, so I think what we're going to do is I don't expect any more tornado warnings tonight, but again, expect the unexpected. We'll jump back in if we absolutely need to. So, for the Stormtrooper Network, I'm Nathan Burst. Appreciate it, and appreciate you tuning in this evening. Have a great rest of your evening.